Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to Trump Baja Fiasco Part 3. Thanks for joining. In this video I will be addressing a CBS YouTube video of Ivanka Trump going over the reasons why the Trump organization is not responsible for the failure of Trump Baja. First off, Ivanka states time and time again that the Trump organization was not the developer of Trump Baja. They had a license agreement to use the Trump brand and helped to design a product that met and exceeded Trump's standards. If that is the absolute truth, then why would the promotional material for the resort have the following language? By the way, you can find this letter and more on Facebook, Trump Baja Fiasco. The first letter I received just after purchasing Trump Baja had a picture of Donald Trump at the top. Here's how the letter began. Dear Greg, the announcement that Donald Trump is developing in Mexico is making headlines worldwide. Once again, the announcement that Donald Trump is developing in Mexico is making headlines worldwide. Excuse my lack of education, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't that letter lead you to believe that Donald Trump is the developer of Trump Baja right from the start? If that letter would have been truthful, it should have read something more along these lines. The announcement that Donald Trump will have a licensing agreement with an unknown company, Irongate, will oversee the design and will also put his name on a resort that is to hopefully be built in northern Baja, Mexico, is making news worldwide. Please note and use caution, Donald Trump is not the developer, nor will he be held responsible for the possible failure of this spectacular new resort. Would that type of honesty get you sales? Here's the HUD report I received. It states verbatim, many developers in Mexico do not spend time, energy, or expense to register their projects with the United States federal government. However, we, the key word is we, have elected to do so as part of our commitment to our homeowners. For those of you unfamiliar with HUD, we, again the key word being we, have enclosed a frequently asked questions summary that addresses many of your questions. If you were to read that paragraph, you would think that the HUD report was being sent to you by the developer, right? It did state many developers in Mexico, and then it states we have elected, we have enclosed. Does we not mean us as one? Guess who signed the letter? You got it, Donald Trump. Here it is. I have this, and you can also find this on Facebook. Wouldn't you then believe that Donald Trump was the developer? Ivanka, if the Trump organization was not the developer, then why were the buyers led to believe differently? The letter, amongst many others, clearly states Donald Trump as one of the developers. If not, then why did he sign the HUD report appearing to be the developer? Given the so-called poor economy at the time, and had the promotional material been truthful in the beginning, would $120 million be sold the first day of sales? My guess would be no, absolutely not. Who are we kidding? The truth is written all over the wall, or should I say it is written all over the sales and marketing materials used to sell the resort. Ivanka states that the economy is to blame. If the economy was to blame, then the resort would have never sold $120 million in the first day of sales, the most sales ever to be sold in the history of Mexico. The finance for the resort should have been secure based on the success of the first day of sales, but it wasn't. Better yet, it should have been secure before sales even started. I really question the truth behind no one wanting to back the resort financially. What is the real truth? Could it be because there is a sewage treatment plant located across the street from the proposed development? I live in Cancun, Mexico, and have for many years now. Since I purchased Trump Baja, I've seen at least 25 first-class condo resorts built and sold in the Cancun, Riviera, Mayan areas. None of those resorts had a branded name, but they were all financed, built, sold, and totally functional today. How did they get the financing and Trump Baja not get financing? Ivanka, you said we're all in the same boat. I'm not sure if I agree with that. I would say our boats are a little different. Here's your boat, and now here is ours. As you can see, there's quite a bit of difference in the boats and the nautical regions that they are in. You also said you are sad, and this is a very unfortunate situation. Yes, you did look quite saddened by the whole situation. It is ironic how an emotion such as the sadness in one person could for another person mean the greatest joy in their entire life. Here's my point. The Trump organization made millions off the deal for its so-called license agreement. I'm guessing if making millions for doing that makes you sad, you have every right to feel that way. Although in my world, the reality world that many of us live in, it is quite different than that. See, making millions should be a happy emotion, not a sad one. On the other hand, the purchasers of Trump Baja lost money, and in a lot of cases, mine included, this will be economically life-altering and not for the good. How sad is that? You tell me. You can say what you like, but from the start, this has most definitely been a mistake on behalf of the Trump organization. You and I both know that. It's fairly easy to read between the lines. I'm only asking for the return of my deposit monies, $77,000.